Hi everybody. Since the since it's the 25th anniversary of the Power Rangers, I'm going to read a Power Ranger book to you. Day at the Dumpster. This is the pilot one. The first episode of Power Rangers. Thousands of miles above the Earth, it was just another quiet day on the moon. That was until two astronauts stumbled upon a large container stuck inside of a crater. Hey, look at that! What do you think it is? It looks like a giant space dumpster. They blasted through their gravity suits close to the dumpster. Let's open her up, suggested one of the astronauts. Not noticing the flashing red light on top, the astronauts loosened the lid of the dumpster, and whoosh! Smoke poured out of the opening. The astronauts scurried away in fear as a round blue alien named Squad popped out of the dumpster and started dancing with joy. He shouted in the dumpster, "All right, we're out! Rita, wake up, we're free!" He was followed by Rita's other henchmen, Finster, Babu, and Goldar, and finally by Rita Repulsa herself. Effortlessly, Rita blasted the empty dumpster into tiny pieces. Then she noticed that the frightened astronauts were still trying to get away. Rita laughed. "Don't leave! You'll miss my coming out party. That's when I destroyed the nearest planet." Unfortunately, the nearest planet was Earth. After thousands of years in a cramped dumpster, Rita was itching to cause some trouble. She wasted no time in getting to work. "Finstar! Start making putty patrollers!" Mr. Quigley jumped to attention. "Yes, my queen." Wanting to help too, Goldar added, "I'll lead them down and make the earth yours, Empress." Meanwhile, back on Earth, Billy, Kimberly, Jason, Trini, and Zach were at the Angel Grove Youth Center juice bar practicing martial arts and gymnastics. Billy was having difficulty keeping up with the karate class. "I'm just not good at this," he said. "Billy, don't worry. I mean, even I was a beginner once," replied Jason, the class instructor. After his students performed a few more moves, Jason stopped and asked them a question. "All right, class, what is it that martial arts helps us to develop?" Billy raised his hand and answered, "Courage, kindness, integrity, fitness, loyalty, and discipline." Jason smiled. "That's good. You memorized that very quickly, Billy." At that moment, Bulk and Skull, I remember those guys, they were always so funny. The two school bullies entered the youth center and began to annoy Kimberly and Trini. Then they moved on to Jason and insisted he teach them how to beat people up. Jason shook his head and declined. Martial arts was not developed to hurt others. Bulk, however, would not take no for an answer. So Jason decided to teach him one move, a tornado kick. When Bulk tried it, he lost his balance and found himself falling to the floor, landing flat on his face. I remember those guys. Those guys are funny. After class, Jason and his friends walked over to the juice bar for refreshments. Jason noticed that Billy was still down about the class and tried to comfort him. "Billy, I'm telling you, for your first lesson, you did really well." Billy shook his head. "I don't know if I got what it takes." "It's all a state of mind, Billy. You don't need to be strong for martial arts," said Trini. Then pointing to his head, Zach added, "Yeah, man, it's all up here." Kimberly nodded in agreement. Suddenly, the whole room began to shake. Thinking it was an earthquake, people panicked and ran for the juice bar. Miles away in the middle of the barren desert, the trembling of the earth was also felt at the Sacred Command Center and home for Alpha 5 and Zordon. Realizing Rita's escape, Zordon called on Alpha to teleport 5 teenagers to the command center. Back at the youth center, walls swayed and hanging lights fell from the ceiling. Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Zach were the only ones left inside. Suddenly, they were surrounded by an energy field and felt their bodies shudder. "Hold on!" Jason shouted. In a flash, the 5 teens were rocketed to the command center and dropped into a room filled with thousands of lights and buttons. Billy was the first to notice Alpha 5. "Whoa! A fully sentient, multifunctional automaton. I've never seen anything like it." A deep voice spoke to them from behind. "Welcome, humans." The kids spun around just in time to see a huge head appear floating in a column of energy. "I am Zordon, an interdimensional being caught in a time warp." Kimberly turned to her friends. "Excuse me, but will someone come to Earth and pick me up? Because I am totally confused." Zordon explained to the teens that the Earth was under attack, and they had been chosen to save it. Look behind you at the viewing globe. As the teens looked on, an image of Rita appeared on the glowing sphere. Zordon continued, This is Rita Repulsa, an intergalactic sorceress who has been on controlling the universe. You've been chosen to form an elite team to battle Rita. Each of you will be given access to extraordinary powers drawn from the ancient creatures you call dinosaurs. Instantly, power morphers appeared on each of the teenagers. Zordon explained the devices to the awestruck teens. When in danger, race into the sky, call on the name of your dinosaur, and you will morph into a formidable fighting force known to one and all as the Power Rangers. Morph is short for metamorphosis, which means to transform or change. Zack could not believe that any of this was happening and decided to leave. This is just too weird for me. He convinced the others to join him, but when they got outside the command center, they realized that they were miles away from Angel Grove and had to walk back. Meanwhile, on the moon, Rita looked down on the teens and ordered Fencer to send an army of putty patrollers to dispose of them. The teenagers made their way through strange rock formations as they tried to get home. Suddenly, an explosion rocked them. Flying out from the smoke and from behind the rocks, a huge group of putty patrollers surrounded the teens. Two of the putties grabbed Kimberly as Jason tried to gain control of the situation with high kicks and quick thinking. Trini used karate blocks and to keep the putties away from her, while Zack uses hip hop Hito to defend himself. Kimberly and Billy were soon overwhelmed by the putties and were tossed near the rocks and await their fate. Zack, Trini, and Jason fought valiantly but were not strong enough to defeat the putties and were tossed to the rocks with the others. Everything looked hopeless. What do we do now? Exclaimed Trini. Luckily, Jason remembered the power morphs in Zordon's instructions. Zordon said these power morphs will give us power. Let's do it. Each team raised their morphs into the air, and the metamorphosis began. It's Morphin time! Mastodon! Zack, clever and brave, became the Black Power Ranger with all the strength of that ancient animal. Pterodactyl! Yelled Kim. Graceful and smart, she morphed into the Pink Power Ranger. Triceratops! Billy became the Blue Power Ranger, adding strength to his own wisdom and patience. Saber-tooth Tiger! Trini, fearless and agile, became the Yellow Power Ranger. Tyrannosaurus! Called out Jason. This bold and powerful teenager became the Red Ranger and the team's leader. Back at the command center, Alpha 5 was excited. Aye, 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 Zordon! They did it! They done it! They made a metamorphosis! Good. Teleport to Angel Grove City. Rita just sent out Goldar. Again, the teens were surrounded by a brightly colored energy field as they were transported to a rooftop in Angel Grove City. Seconds later, Goldar, Rita's meanest henchman, with his army of putty patrollers, appeared in front of them. Kicks and karate chops flew through the air as the Rangers fought to stop the attack of the putties. This time, the putties did not have a chance against the strength of the Power Rangers. Again, Rita watched the battle from her palace. She was quite upset that the putties were so easily defeated, especially because they were losing to a group of teenagers. This squad suggested, how about making Goldar big with your wand? Oh, I always have to do everything myself. Rita screamed as she threw her wand to earth. Magic wand! Make my Goldar grow! Her wand hit the earth with a crash, witching her magic and making Goldar grow to a gigantic size. But his size did not scare the Power Rangers. Remembering Zordon's instructions, the 5 teen heroes called upon their dinosaurs. From a forest, a desert, a glacier, a volcano, and under the ground, their dinosaurs flew, ran, and rolled toward them. Filled with excitement, each Power Ranger jumped into their swords and were surprised to find that they knew exactly how to drive them. It's almost like second nature to me, exclaimed Billy. The Power Rangers knew it would take much more than their visual swords to defeat the oversized Goldar. Jason then shouted, Megazord power, on! Answering the call, the swords began to link up one by one to form the mighty Megazord. Now they were as big and as strong as Goldar. Sending a lightning blast from his sword, Goldar taunted the teens. You and your weapons are no match for me. The blast exploded right next to the Megazord's control deck. Unafraid, the Power Rangers fired back in response. The last blast sent Goldar flying backwards. Alright, guys, let's power it up. Activating Megazord battle mode, commanded Jason. The Power Rangers took their battle stations and prepared to fight as the colossal Megazord transformed into a huge robotic warrior. Clang, crash, spark. Goldar hit the Megazord with his giant sword. The Power Rangers tried to fight back, but the Megazord punches did little to slow down Goldar. With a yell and a leaping kick, Goldar sent the Megazord flying. The monster's physical strength and powerful sword seemed too much for the Megazord to handle. You fools are finished! Desperate, the Power Rangers called for help. Within seconds, a huge power sword dropped from the sky with a crack of thunder. Now the fight would be fair, sword to sword, but Goldar had nothing to do wanted nothing to do with a fair fight. Ah, this isn't over. I'll be back, exclaimed Goldar as he disappeared and returned to Rita's lunar palace. Rita was furious. I can't believe they beat us back. Ah, I got such a headache. At the command center, there were many congratulations. Jason informed the group. Now that you have become Power Rangers, you must follow 3 basic rules or lose the protection of the power. First, never use your power for personal gain. Second, never escalate a battle unless Rita forces you. And finally, keep your identity secret. No one may know you are a Power Ranger. But Zack was not sure if the group was ready to become superheroes. I mean, we were pretty lucky this time. Luck had nothing to do with it, Zordon replied. The 5 of you have come together to form as fine a group of superheroes as there has ever been. You've been through an extraordinary experience together. You need each other now, and the world needs you. This is the last page. The teens looked around at each other, starting with Jason. They joyfully pledged one by one to be Power Rangers, except Kimberly. She looked sour face as she announced, I don't know, you guys. I mean, the outfits are cool and everything, but my hair gets all tangled up inside the helmets. I don't think I can do it. Judy was stunned. Alva was shocked. Everyone was disappointed. Kim smiled. Nah, gotcha! They all laughed with relief and then brought their hands together in friendship as they shouted a new battle cry. Power Rangers! You can comment down below if you like Power Rangers. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Go, go, Power Rangers!